and welcome back to Happiest Girls on Earth. My name is Lauren, and today we're definitely getting in the mood for Halloween with a very exciting day at Universal Orlando Resort, Universal Studios, to take a look at some of their special Halloween Horror Nights offerings. Fun fact, I'm actually acting in the event, so I don't really often get to attend the event, so today we're going to be taking a look at the Tribute Store, which is essentially the ginormous Halloween Horror Nights gift shop, which is themed to the nines, and we're going to be taking a look at some of the scare zones with the lights on before the park closes for Horror Nights, just as you would on any regular day as a guest. It's going to be super fun, and it's the perfect way to get everyone in the spirit for Halloween week. Hallo-Week. So right now we're walking through the area which is home to Seek and Destroy, which is kind of like a 1984 type style stair area, I would describe it as. So the whole concept with this zone is that the controller sees all. So the controller sends these people on top of towers like these and on the ground to kind of stalk guests with chainsaws and clubs. And it's actually my favorite scare zone just because it's very actually scary. But they kind of, I think, put on like a whole little show here too. So this area is home to Seek and Destroy. So every year they take this big chunk of space and basically do a super crazy themed gift shop. And this is the Tribute Store. So this is like their little tribute to all the icons. Each icon has its own little head bust and photo with it, which is kind of cool. We have Chance over here. Jack. Oh my gosh, these are super cool. These look like handcrafted out of wood. And this is the 30th anniversary of Halloween Horror Nights. So 30 years, 30 years. And of course we have Jack, who is essentially the icon this year. He represents everything and anything and everything Halloween Horror Nights. This year they even have candles sent as the different houses, which I think is pretty cool. Although I do wish they had my favorite house. I believe you had the opportunity to take a picture and get your picture hung on these walls. I think everyone, like, you could pay to have like a fancy old-fashioned photo, and these are actually like real people, real guests. So Beetlejuice is super huge this year, and it looks like this entire room is essentially dedicated to Beetlejuice. I've personally never seen the movie, but I know people go crazy for it. hearts are actually beating if you look close enough. Overall, I think the tribute store was super well done this year. It's just, isn't it amazing how crazy it is, how themed it is? I ended up not buying anything. I thought I would because it's kind of the last week of HHN and I thought I wanted some more merchandise, but I have this shirt already that has all the houses on the back, and I have my Haunting of Hill House shirt. I even have another shirt. I have plenty of things. So nothing for me today, but it was just still super cool to see the shop. I love those treats. Those sweet treats are just so cool. I've actually tried one of the cookie dough balls and something else. There was one other thing. The cookie dough balls and then the whoopie pie, and both were delicious. Universal does a really good job with theming their sweets and treats. And overall the store was awesome, but it's time to check out some more scare zones. And they do have some specialty food items at different booths, but those don't open till the actual event begins. But definitely some unique options. This zone is called 30 Years, 30 Fears. Like I mentioned, it is the 30th anniversary. And these icons are some of the big icons of this year. So that's pretty cool. They usually have people on stilts up on these stages. This is a really fun zone, and it's right here near the front of the park. So it always gets a lot of crowds for sure. As you can see, the entrance to the park is just up there, and under the iconic archways, they of course have none other than Jack himself. And it says Halloween Horror Nights 30, never go alone. I'll attach a better picture of that right here. This zone is another one of my favorites. It's called Lights, Camera, Haction, Eddie's Revenge. Eddie is some dude with a chainsaw that is Jack the Clown's brother, I guess. I don't know the logistics of it, but it's kind of a compilation of a bunch of different old scare zones. So like this right here, I think this was like a scare zone a few years ago. And then this other one with some candy, that used to be a zone. Like this is kind of a big mosh of everything throughout the year. This section is really cute. And then this kind of gives me Tower of Terror vibes, if I'm being completely honest. Am I wrong? I don't think I am. Now we're entering the Gorewood Forest, which is this like, obviously there's a lot of trees here, so they use it to their advantage. It's this really creepy forest. A lot of the scare actors like hide in little caves like that one and then pop out at you. So it definitely gets a lot of good jump scares. You can see part of a bloody leg. I think as the night gets on, they'll take off the tarps and you'll, you know, see all the dead people. But yeah, this one's definitely cool and has a fun design in my opinion, for sure. If you can see all the little spikes sticking out of the water, they do a show that's kind of similar to World of Color at Disneyland. The show has a lot of fountains and light projections on the fountains, so it has a super cool effect, and it's all themed for Halloween Horror Nights for these 2 months, which is super cool. I've never seen the show, which is kind of a bummer, but I've heard great things. We're entering the last zone, which is actually based off of a YouTube channel that produces mini horror videos, and it's called Crypt TV. This entire zone is kind of more of a glorified character meet and greet area, if you ask me. But it's pretty cool. Like, so they'll have a character up here kind of doing threatening things to the mannequin, but they're just out of reach. So if you're not a big fan of getting scared and having people chase after you, this zone is definitely more your speed. I think it's super cool because I've actually watched some of the videos and they're kind of strange, but it's cool to know who the characters are. There's some guy that dresses up like Santa that kind of stands over here. Again, it's based on one of the videos, but I think it's kind of funny. And now we're in the scariest zone of all, Harry Potter land, because of all the crowds. So I hope you guys enjoyed following along into the tribute store and seeing the different scare zones with the lights on, aka daylight. But it was super fun. My favorite's definitely got to be Seek and Destroy or Eddie's Revenge. My favorite house is definitely Hill House, maybe Wicked Growth too though. So if you've been to the event, let me know what you think, what your favorites are, and if you haven't, definitely put it on your bucket list for one Halloween, because even if you aren't a scary movie person, this event is definitely something you don't want to miss. Now have a great rest of your spooky season, and cheers from Harry Potter World.